Welcome to the video. My name is Veneka. I take photos. They're usually pretty good. Sometimes I mess it up. I decided to just do this video in my baby cousin's room. So there's all sorts of like a turtle of some kind, and like a teddy bear and like all this. But I do a lot of teaching on my channel, and there's essential lessons which you should never forget, which I sometimes forget, and then I need to remind myself. One of the lessons is it's more important to do the thing than to think about doing the thing. Meaning, it's more important to shoot the video as I am right now than it is to make sure that you have a quality 4K, 8K video with the latest camera, so on and so forth. It's more important that this thing gets done, because your speed of progress is more important than your quality of progress. Let me put this into perspective. You're going to be alive for 80 years if you're lucky. So the idea is not to die while thinking about the quality of the video when the content of the video is actually the point. You need to keep the point in perspective. Yes, you could have the most quality video, but have a video at the end of the day. Don't let it take 3 days that you're having a video made because you're trying to get the most supreme videographer, so on and so forth. You have something important to say. Now, to the actual content of the video. I've been not really venting. I've been airing out wins a lot. Venting would be if you're angry or upset and then you're letting off the excess energy. I've been venting, but for positive energy, I've been letting people know all the stuff that I managed to do within a year. My photography career is 1 year and 5 months old. This means that everything I've accomplished is within a very short space of time. And the things that I've accomplished are very ridiculous. Like, for instance, I managed to put together a portfolio. This portfolio includes Queen Sheba III. It includes Robin Hogarth, who is a Grammy Award winning musician and producer. It's also got Dacomb Holland, who's a Grammy Award winning lyricist and singer. And essentially various other celebrities, so on and so forth. Miss Zimbabwe, Miss Teen Zimbabwe, so on and so forth. And although like these don't, they're not as significant as the aforementioned. But here's what makes all of this stuff special. 1 year ago, my photography income was zero. I didn't know how to make money from photography. And I started in South Africa trying to figure it out. I'd go to nightclubs. Somehow this idea came to me to go to nightclubs. I thought, where do friends gather? And who would want a photo? I'd probably want a photo if I'm going out with a group of friends to celebrate, or to have fun, or to party, so on and so forth. It's good memories. So I went to a nightclub called 1145, and that's the first nightclub that I shot photos at. I got a couple of artists to hire me for videography as well. I got like DJ Tiny to hire me for videography. She paid me 300 Rand, and I shot a video of her. It's her most viewed video ever. Couple hundred views, I think 500 something views. And she uses it to market herself as a DJ. And that was my very first videography job. I did photos of an artist called VVS You Can Tell. His name is VVS You Can Tell. You may or may not be able to tell. But The speed at which I've been able to accomplish these things um, come from the lesson that I pointed out just a bit earlier. This lesson that somehow your thoughts need to not stop your motion. You need to put the speed above the quality, which is contradictory to teachings of my own culture. In my culture, they say if you do the quality of the work, customers will come to you naturally, so on and so forth. That's not the case. It's the speed of delivery. An example that I've quoted before, but I'll quote again, is why is it that you get McDonald's? Is it because they have the highest quality burger? Are you sure you can't make a higher quality burger at home? I bet you could make a higher quality burger at home. But here's the thing, it's fast. You can get it now. So it does then become, in business, speed trumps quality. Although there's different perspectives from which you can look at it. If you're an artist, like just do quality. There must be different modes that you're in as well as a creative. You should be the business person, you should be the artist. These are two different people. Realize that, although the business person does take priority, actually, strangely enough, because in order to give freedom to the artist to think, to move, to have space to create in, you need to have sufficient energy, sufficient barriers around the artist such that they're not being attacked by vultures, um, being stolen up by eagles, so on and so forth. And you use money and general business, might not be money as well, but you sort of give value to people, and then they, either in terms of goodwill or something they barter trade, they make it such that it's possible for you to continue to be an artist. Yes. So essentially, this year, like within this period of time, I managed to get a 1 million rand sponsorship. A sponsorship that made me able to open my media house. And right now I have 10 staff members, and I'm working out how to be an efficient CEO in Bulawayo. Everything takes time. There's no such thing as a CEO who immediately is just like complete power the moment they arrive. They started somewhere being a CEO or doing CEO things to get up to that stage. This is the nature of life. You do not start in power. In fact, getting to power is some nonsense. It's always difficult. Um, but yes, I managed to get all that way. Within the same period of time, I managed to score top photographer at Wits University at their Fago Gesi Awards. Um, I was the only photographer who was like a finalist in the digital art category, and I defeated a whole bunch of people to get there. And I wanted to just like share some of the stuff, and sort of point out how depends on where you're from, but the universe, God, life sets things up. I didn't always have the world's best equipment. In fact, I still don't have the world's best equipment. But I'll tell you what, the fact that I said I'll just fight with what I have, it's enough. What you have is enough. I'm recording this video on a Samsung Galaxy A12, a phone which I could never escape. I could never escape. But this is because a couple weeks ago I sponsored a JP Morgan event. They're going to start something in Bulawayo. It's still a little bit under wraps, so then I won't like elaborate too far into what they're going to start. But I did that event, and you know what I did? I sponsored these guys, meaning they didn't need to pay for the venue. I got them the venue. They didn't need to pay for the food for the guests. I got the food for their guests, and it was a very classy event. I'll try to leave the link in the description below. But yeah, That's another thing that I've managed to do. And I'm able to make $20, $30 a day with photography. It's not $1 billion, but I'll tell you what, $30 times 30 days is $900. And that's more than an accountant, because an accountant makes $400 or $500 over here. And it's more than almost all my friends. Though the reason I say almost is I don't know all of their income, but if I know your income, I make more money than you. Not in a not in a way to brag, but then also there's this fact. It's a statistical fact. Shows you the health of business, the ability of a person to pull in attention, to gather energy, so on and so forth. It's an ability point, and I'm happy about this. One should have ability in life. So I just wanted to air out these wins and just share it on YouTube itself, a platform in which you can talk, and stop like harrowing my cousins and like every other family member that I can get my hands on and just telling them all these wins. The reason why it's so significant to me is I expected all this stuff to come in 5 years. Came in one. And I'm still not at a 2 years stage yet. A lot of the year was also figuring it out. So if in figuring it out, I can make it all this way, and with a 5,000 Rand camera, I can battle the gods and win. What more if I had another year? And what more? What more if I had a better camera? So on and so forth. What more? Um, I think things are going to progress well, and it's going to turn out great. But this thing, I want you to never get caught by this thing. I was caught by it just now. Never be caught by the fact that you are slightly unshaven and have it stop you from making a video. Never be caught by the fact that you have a Samsung Galaxy A12 and your Google Pixel is taking long to arrive and then you don't make a video. Never be caught by, I don't have an ideal room to make the video, and not do your video. Do your video and that's all. This way, it's done. And this way you've accomplished something fast. And you know the funny thing, you'll find that the strangely assembled video, the not ideal video, the it is what it is, whatever it is video will come out beautiful anyway. Life is ready for you. Just take it. Just take it. Don't think about it.